Welcome to our presentation about Greek life here at UNT. My name is Brittany, and we're going to go ahead and get started. First, we'll talk about the 4 pillars of Greek life. So here at UNT, we have 4 different pillars that we all share. We have 40 different chapters here on campus, and so even though we have different letters and different rituals, we all share these 4 pillars. The first one of which is leadership. So leadership is important to UNT Greek life because that's something that we try to develop in all our members, and you can see that across the councils. So you'll see different leaders, especially when they take on chapter presidents, chapter treasurers, and then you'll see them outside of their own chapters by being student body president, president of different organizations. You'll see Greek leaders in NT 40. So it's not just inside of Greek life, but outside of Greek life that you'll really see our leadership shine. The next pillar that we're going to talk about is academic success. So a lot of people think that Greeks are here to be social and to party, but one big thing about Greek life is that we really pride ourselves on having a higher GPA than non-Greeks, and that's been consistent for both men and women in Greek councils. And then we also do things like study hours and different scholarships for Greeks, so that way it's really an incentive way for our members to study, because we always tell them that you came to UNT for school first, and so definitely grades come first. And then that's why you'll see at Greek Awards the huge academic trophy. Chapters do get competitive about it, but they also really try to help their members succeed academically. So besides study hours and these different prizes you can get for achieving well, we'll have different things like tutoring at the Greek Life Center, mentoring programs for Greeks. We'll have different things where professors will come out and speak to us, and so there's a lot of different perks to being Greek. We do pride ourselves on service, so going back to raising not just funds but awareness, and so the different chapters will have their own different philanthropies that they support, and they range everything from the Red Cross to helping veterans to helping children learn how to be more literate, and then we raise over thousands of dollars for things such as cancer awareness or building schools in underdeveloped countries. So a lot of service going on. And then the last thing that's really important to us is brotherhood and sisterhood, and this is because this is the reason that most people join Greek life. They really want to find that sisterhood or brotherhood where they feel like it's home. And so I think for a lot of people, most of the time Greeks are incoming freshmen, but transfer students, commuter students too, sometimes on a campus as big as UNT or in your majors or whatever, it's easy to feel lost. It's easy to get overwhelmed and feel really disconnected from your campus, but Greek life has helped men and women come together to form these brotherhoods and sisterhoods, and so you know that no matter what happens, whether you do bad on a test or you want to do well in intramurals or whatever you're looking for, brotherhood and sisterhood is really important to us, because this is why people join, and you're always going to have that support group for you. Yeah, I love my sisters. Any questions? Okay, cool. So here at UNT we have 4 different Greek councils. The first of which is IFC, which stands for Interfraternity Council. So when you look at Greek Row, those fraternities with those houses, those are all IFC chapters. These are traditionally all men, so you won't see any sororities in their councils. And then our next one is similar to that, but on the flip side is Panhellenic. So when you look at sorority row and you see all those houses, those are all Panhellenic homes. And these are traditionally all women's chapters as well. Here at UT, we have 14 IFC chapters and then 8 Panhellenic chapters. The next council that we're going to talk about is NPHC. So NPHC stands for National Panhellenic, and here we have 8 of the Divine 9, is what they're called. And so it's a mixture of fraternities and sororities that were founded at historically Black communities and universities. And so they do things like strolling and stepping, and so that's really awesome. And then our next, last but not least, council is MGC. MGC is Multicultural Greek Councils. Here at UNT, those are also a mixture of fraternities and sororities. And by that I mean they have fraternities and sororities in their council, not necessarily fraternity men and sorority women in the same chapter. They just include different chapters of fraternities and sororities, if that makes sense. And so MGC is where you'll find maybe Latina fraternities and sororities, but the really cool thing about ISC, Panhellenic, MPHC, MGC is that while some of these chapters and councils were created based on cultural or heritage foundations, they're open to everybody to join. And speaking of joining, this is how you can join the different councils. So Interfraternity Council has a formal recruitment week. For the fall, this will start on the first day of school until the formal recruitment period ends, and these dates are determined by their council. In order to join, you have to register online through OrgSync, turn in a transcript, complete alcohol EDU, which is required for all students, and Haven before accepting any chapter bid. And so a bid is like an invitation to join a chapter. Usually you only get one bid. Likewise, Panhellenic also has a formal recruitment week. Formal recruitment happens in the fall, and so that's when you'll go from different chapter to chapter, visiting the different homes, getting to see and meet different women. Before that can happen though, you have to register online at greeklife.unt.edu, and like IOC, you have to complete alcohol ED, you have to complete Haven, and you have to submit your transcripts from your previous school, whether that was high school or local community college. And then you also have to attend P&M, which is Potential New Member Orientation, which will happen the week before, or the days before formal recruitment starts. To join a National Panhellenic Council, they suggest that you attend the showcase to learn more information about each organization. Again, we have 8 of the Divine 9. They also suggest that you regularly check organization social media pages, so like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, for upcoming events, because they'll post things. Sometimes it'll be like about their philanthropy, or sometimes it'll be about like informationals about their organization for you to come out and meet the brothers and sisters of that chapter. And then following the showcase, which they have like every year, every semester, you can attend information/interest meetings hosted by those different organizations. Similarly, Multicultural Greek Council also hosts a showcase where you can learn more information about each organization. They also suggest that you check social media for upcoming events, and that you attend information and interest meetings hosted by each organization following the showcase. So to discover more, here at UNT, besides the chapters having their own like social media pages, we also have the office. The office also has a Facebook page, so you can visit www.facebook.com/UNT-GreekLife, or our webpage, so you can just Google UNT Greek Life. And you'll be able to find more information about all the different chapters, different philanthropies, different honor societies. So like going back to academics, we have honor societies just for Greeks. So like Order of Omega is open to members for all councils. Rho Lambda is open for members of Panhellenic. And here you can find out more information about those different councils. You can find information about the different chapters. You can even request a tour if you want to visit more about Greek life, visit our center here, or visit some of the homes that we have. So that's the end of our presentation. Basically, I know that's a lot of information, so I hope that like soaks in for a little bit. But if you guys have any questions at the end of this, just let me know. Yeah, so that is a lot, and so I think Greek, so it is a lot when you look at the presentation, like, oh my gosh, there are so many different events, different service events, different like scholarship events, and then you have brother and sisterhood events, and so it is a lot going on, but it is totally worth it, I think. I think especially if you're a commuter student or a freshman or anybody just coming into Greek life. It might be overwhelming at first just hearing about all these different types of things, but it really is an exciting time period, and your brothers and your sisters won't let you fall. They've kind of already been through that. And so for me, when I went through recruitment, I had no idea what Greek life was about. And I actually thought that when I signed up for recruitment, I was signing up for like a class. So I kind of asked for a refund when I realized it was kind of like a club, organization, extracurricular type of thing. And then you couldn't get a refund back at the time, and so I just went through it anyways. But I'm so glad that I did, and being Greek has presented me not only with different scholarship opportunities, but in different leadership opportunities too. I currently serve as a council president, but it has given me some of my best friends. It has given me some of the best memories I probably will ever have, and so much support. So sometimes, like when classes get really hard, when you don't really know what to do, what's next, it's always great to have a sister that you can count on. And for me, and for most people in Greek life, it's not just one sister, it's your whole entire chapter full of sisters. Through Greek life, I've been able to serve every year on alternative spring break. So every year that I've been Greek, we've gone to New Orleans to rebuild homes post-Hurricane Katrina. And so there are some amazing things, and that's not just like the breadth of it. There's so many other things going on in Greek life that I'm always amazed, like working here at the office, like what good things are happening for Greeks all over the councils and all over the different chapters. And especially if you're commuting, right now I'm commuting right now, like 40 minutes. It does kind of like get tricky. You do have to be organized, you do have to be prepared. But, hi, yeah, welcome in. But commuting as a Greek isn't so bad because your sisters will understand, your brothers, they'll work with you, with your schedule. And so I think people think that Greek life is this way, this way, this way, this way, but it is totally flexible. It's up to you to decide whether or not to go Greek and to work that out with your different chapters. But it's an opportunity that I tell people, even if you're like the slightest bit interested, go ahead and go through recruitment. Even if you do get scared or overwhelmed, just remember that it is a big process, but it's okay, and that the people that will become your sisters or your brothers are there to guide you. So, best of luck.